Society's view on law enforcement. It is common when you open up the newspaper, turn on your television, or get online that the first headline you see is another innocent person shot by the police. Or why did they have to kill that child? Have you personally walked in a police officer's shoes? Did you kiss your family members this morning, knowing that you might not come home to them that night? Do you risk your lives every day for your job, your career, for the passion that you do at work, knowing that you will not always get a thank you from the person you have helped that day, for the family you were able to keep together because of your duties? According to the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, Officer Standards and Certifications, there are mandatory requirements that allow you to wear the badge as a police officer. The injustice of judgment quickly taken by others on doing their job to protect us is only getting worse. There have been several incidents, but in today's speech, I would like to give a talk about the injustice on law enforcement. I have chosen this topic because I feel that officers are not given the credit that they deserve. For instance, on August 9, 2014, an unarmed teenager was shot by a police officer. Officer Darren Wilson, like any other day, was patrolling his area when a previous call was given about two men robbing a convenience store nearby. Officer Darren witnessed Michael Brown and his friend crossing the street that day. They both matched the description of the two men that had robbed the store down the street. After calling out for Michael Brown and his friend to get out of the street, and after a few words being exchanged, an altercation occurred between the officer and Michael Brown. There were several witnesses, but after evidence and several court dates, the grand jury decided not to indict Officer Wilson. Of course, several residents were filled with anger and caused an outbreak throughout the town. Several do not feel that the results are reasonable. Retaliation is taken everywhere against law enforcement, leaving them scared to protect, scared to do their job. For example, on December 20th, 2014, two New York police officers were fatally shot in their patrol vehicle. Without even seeing the shooter's face, without expecting it, without them knowing that they will not see their family members at night, the shooter, by the name of Ismael Bensley, shot them in their vehicle. Bensley, the shooter, then turned the gun on himself before officers could arrest him. Out of spite, Mr. Bensley decided to take matters into his own hands after the shooting of Michael Brown and another incident. What can we as society do to minimize the injustice towards law enforcement? Educate ourselves. Educate our children. Educate your family. Educate everybody around you that wants to go ahead and just listen to social media instead of learning about the facts on different incidents. Everyone has a mind of their own, but it is up to you to be able to educate yourself and others around you. What causes us to hate the police? Knowledge, ignorance, influence, and emotions. We should educate ourselves. Don't allow other people to make opinions for you, and avoid letting social media be your main informative source. And to conclude, how can we allow crime to happen and overpower law enforcement? Incidents such as the Michael Brown shooting and the officers getting shot in New York, the injustice I see in society takes on law enforcement makes society look ignorant and only see what the media tells us. Everybody's life matters. Speak up and understand the reasons why we have officers. Educate yourself and others to make a change in injustice towards law enforcement. Thank you for your time.